This broadcast of Stoughton High School Wrestling on the Stoughton Sports Network is brought to you by Stoughton Hospital. For more than 100 years, our neighbors in the Stoughton area have trusted Stoughton Hospital to provide personalized, forward-thinking expert health care. Stoughton Hospital is a proud supporter of WSTO programming, trusted care close to home. And Stoughton Trailers is proud to support Stoughton High School athletics. Come join the family. Apply now on our career page at stoughtontrailers.com.
Welcome to Stoughton High School for some Stoughton wrestling. Today we have the visiting Watertown Goslings against our Stoughton Vikings. Right now, you see the conclusion of Parents' Night. Now is the freshmen of the other wrestling team. Freshmen being Chance Suddeth, Bryce Bennett, Tristan Delgado, Caleb Herbst, Preston Dowdy, and Griffin Empey. Alright, we're about to get started here at the Stoughton High School. I think they're just talking over some final things before they announce the starting lineups. So while we have... So today we're starting at 113. So for the Vikings, that'll be Roseanne Marshall, a junior. And for the Watertown Goslings, that'll be Emilio Hernandez, also a junior. Now after the national anthem, now we're going to get into the starting lineups as you see the wrestlers from either team lining up on the sides of the mat.
Contest features the visiting Watertown Goslings versus your Stoughton Vikings. Tonight's contest will start at 113 pounds. For Watertown, the junior Emilio Hernandez. For Stoughton, the junior Roseanne Marshall. And 120 pounds for the Goslings, a freshman Oscar Wilkowski. For Vikings, a freshman Bryce Bennett. And 126 pounds for the Goslings, a senior Edward Wilkowski. For Vikings, sophomore Nicola Rivera. At 132 pounds for the Goslings, sophomore Walker Wolfman. Will go against junior Alex Wicks. At 138 pounds for the Goslings, sophomore Owen Ziegler. For the Vikings, sophomore Trenton Dow. At 145 pounds for the Goslings, junior Casey Logan. For the Vikings, junior Garrett Hall. At 152 pounds for the Goslings, junior Colton Bloom. For the Vikings, senior Braden Whitehead. At 160 pounds for the Goslings, junior Diego Cortez. For the Vikings, junior Luke Beckler. At 170 pounds for the Goslings, junior Pedro Martinez. For the Vikings, senior Luke Spilly. At 182 pounds, Vikings, Brett Spilly will receive a forfeit. At 195 pounds for the Goslings, junior Noah Hoffer. For the Vikings, sophomore Ryan Lamers. 220 pounds for the Goslings, junior Saeed Hernandez. And for the Vikings, junior Brooks Envy. At 285 pounds for the Goslings, junior Caden Edwards. And for the Vikings, freshman Griffin Envy. And 106 pounds for the Goslings, freshman Noe Ugaldi. And for the Vikings, freshman Chance Sutton. Tonight's contest will be officiated by Russ O'Leary.
All right, and here we have the captains from either team meeting to the middle for the coin toss. The coin toss essentially decides. The ref goes over sportsmanship type things, and then which team starts where after the first round ends. Looks like the Vikings won and deferred it to Watertown. So it looks like the choice is theirs at the end of the first round. It looks like Watertown will have the choice of whether to go top, bottom, neutral, or defer. All right, and up to wrestle now is Roseanne Marshall and Emilio Hernandez from Watertown. Both wrestlers to the middle, and they're off. Starting with a lot of hand fighting. Quick shot by Emilio Hernandez. And an arm drag by Roseanne to get a quick 2 points as a takedown for Roseanne. And it just went off on the left side of the mat. Looks like Roseanne jumped a little bit too early on the before the whistle, but they reset. Now they're off. Roseanne on top, just working the 2-on-1 underneath, trying to get the arm behind. And after some fighting that went a whole lot of nowhere, they both went out of bounds, and they're resetting at the center. Quick stand-up attempt by Emilio Hernandez to no avail. Looks like Roseanne is trying to search for that near side cradle. And Emilio Hernandez just broke it. And they're off again, so they restart back at the middle. Another quick stand-up attempt by Hernandez. And that's the end of the first period. Score is 2-0, Vikings on top. So, as I said earlier, the Watertown Goslings had the choice. He deferred it to the Vikings, and Roseanne picked to start neutral. A couple quick shots by Hernandez, and looks like Hernandez has a leg. Both fighting for control right now. No one really has the edge. And Roseanne hit it with a hard crossface and got back around for another quick 2. Minute 30 left here in the second period, and they're in the same spot they were in for most of the first. Ooh, and a quick escape by Emilio Hernandez. And a shot, but that was too close to the edge of the mat. So score 4-1 with a minute and 15 left in the second period. Vikings still on top. Lots of hand fighting going on near the center as they work their way towards the outer ring. And a shot by Hernandez. He hooked the legs, getting behind. No one has control yet. And, he still has that leg. So no one has control yet, so no points have been awarded. And Roseanne got her leg out and snuck around. Another 2 points for a takedown for the Vikings. 20 seconds left in the second period. As Roseanne puts in a deep half and is running, but Hernandez does not want to go. Looks like time will expire, so it will be Roseanne Marshall's choice. No, it'll be Emilio Hernandez's choice because Roseanne deferred. So he chooses to start up. So they're both starting in neutral. Score is 6-1, the Vikings, and as the third period begins. Quick try for that ankle, all to no avail. And another shot, and quick go around by Roseanne. It's another 2, so score is 8-1. And an escape by Hernandez. Quick shot by Roseanne. Lots of fighting for control, and Hernandez won the battle. It's another 2 points for Hernandez. Score is 8-4 with a minute left in the third. And 1 point escape for Roseanne Marshall. And another quick takedown. 2 more points for Roseanne. .40 seconds left in the third period. Looks like Roseanne's putting in a hard power half, trying to drive Hernandez over. Get as many back points as she can. But I don't think he's going to go over. Now 11 seconds left. Three, two, one, and your final score for the first match by major decision is Roseanne 11 and Emilio Hernandez 4. That'll award the Vikings 3 total team points for the 113 weight bracket. Next up is the 120, and that's going to include Ethan Peterson from the Vikings and Oscar Wilkowski from the Goslings. Ethan Peterson is a sophomore, and Oscar Wilkowski, brother to team captain Edward Wilkowski, who's 1 weight class up, is, it's not Ethan Peterson, it's actually Bryce Bennett. So it is Oscar Wilkowski, but it is Bryce Bennett instead of Ethan Peterson. Quick takedown by Wilkowski. And an escape by Bryce Bennett. Another quick shot, fighting for control. And another takedown by Wilkowski. And another escape. And another takedown. So very, very quick 6 points here in the first period. And another takedown by Wilkowski. Scores 8-3. Looks like he's fighting for a turn now. Ooh, a roll. So, they're on the very edge of the mat, so if they roll over anymore, it's going to be called out, and it's called out. 3 back points for Wilkowski. Score a minute into the first is 11-3, Watertown. Looks like Wilkowski wants to start neutral, so that'll be 1 point awarded to Bryce Bennett, so making it 11-4. And they're off. Another takedown by Wilkowski. And a roll. Looks like he's going for the pin. Bryce Bennett doing everything he can to fight out of that hold, but it's pretty tight on his left arm. And looks like he's cinching it in. And a pin. That pin will give the Goslings 6 points, and they will take the lead in team points, 6-3. Next up is the Watertown's team captain, Edward Wilkowski, brother to Oscar Wilkowski, who you just saw. Edwards a senior, and this is the 126 weight class. He will be wrestling Nicolas Rivera, a sophomore, who, other than a couple medical-related losses he had to have this year, is currently undefeated in his entire high school career. Nicolas Rivera is also ranked 7th in the nation currently. Looks like Nicolas is looking for the head. Couldn't get it. No one had control, and a quick takedown on just barely in the border of the, just barely in the outer ring. So that's going to be a takedown by Nicolas Rivera, making it 2-0 Stoughton. Looks like Wilkowski wasn't on his back long enough there to award back points. Nicolas is looking for a way to pry Wilkowski over. And the ref called it off for a stalemate. No action was happening. No one's gaining any progress. So they're going to reset back in the middle. The minute and 2 seconds left. It's still 2-0. Scratch that. Nicolas gave the escape to Wilkowski, so it'll be 2-1 with 55 seconds left. Quick shot by Nicolas. Wilkowski sprawled out of it, and they're both back up. And a duck under by Nicolas. He got right around for the quick 2. Nicolas trying to do everything he can to break down Wilkowski, but Wilkowski does not want to get broken down. And a quick reversal for Wilkowski, which almost gave him enough back points. Nicolas was trapped on his back for a second there, but not long enough to award any points. And with another almost reversal, the period will end at 4-3, Stoughton up. Watertown, of course, gets the choice again. Watertown deferred the choice, and Nicolas opted for down to start down. Tries for a quick stand-up, and an awkward throw. But all to no avail as he's back down, trying to fight his way back up. Nicolas trying to reach around behind him and throw him, but that's not working too good for him. Still trying to fight for any leverage. No one has really gotten anywhere. Nicolas is looking for a quick sit out. Wilkowski's has excellent top control right now. And a roll. No, but the ref said not enough points or not enough time on his back to have points awarded. So with no points there, with 30 seconds left in the second period, it's still locked at 4-3. Nicolas is up. he still, and Wilkowski still has a leg, so it almost wasn't an escape, and there's the 1 point. Score is 5-3 with 2-1 and no time left in the second period. On to the third. The Vikings are up 5-3, and Edward Wilkowski opts to go down instead of neutral. Wilkowski's fighting off Nicolar's hands, and up he goes for a quick, very, very quick 1 point. Score is 5-4. Both wrestlers in neutral. Another very fast duck under by Nicolar Rivera, making the score 7-4. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Lots of fighting to maintain control and to stop the person from maintaining control from these two. And Edward Wilkowski almost got out, and there it is. Nicolar still had control of that leg, so it wasn't an escape yet, but now it is. So 7-5, Vikings up. .35 seconds left, and Edward Wilkowski was knocking on the door for a takedown, and Nicolar said no and had a quick duck under from a sprawl position to get a very, very fast takedown. And looks like one was awarded there. No point. Oh, there's a 2 for a takedown. All right, so at 6 seconds left in this third period, both wrestlers gonna go back to neutral, awarding Nicolar 1 point, so it's gonna be 10-8 with 6 seconds left in the third. Nicolar is just gonna be looking to hold him off from this takedown, and he will. That'll be another win for the Vikings, putting it to all knotted up at 6 points apiece for team score. Next up is Walker Witchman from Watertown. He is a sophomore, and he will be wrestling Alex Wicks, who is a junior from the Vikings. All right, and they're off. Lots of head-and-hand fighting. Another quick thinking he was going to shoot from Wicks, but he did not end up shooting. Both fighting for control of the head. And a shot by Alex Wicks. Both wrestlers fighting for control, none being awarded. Looks like Alex Wicks tried to get a little tricky and trip him over while they were hand fighting, but didn't quite work out, and Witchman got right around for a takedown. And a very fast escape from that takedown. Score is 2-1 the Goslings, with another 2 points pending. Witchman with another takedown. Alex Wicks looking to fight out, build back up his base. when Wichman got in a looking very tight cradle. And looks like 3 back points will be awarded, making the score 7-1 Watertown. And with that, the first period will end. As I previously stated, score 7-1 Watertown. And team scores all knotted up at 6. So, looks like the Vikings deferred, and then the Goslings opted to start a neutral. And that is Wicks with a very, very fast takedown 10 seconds into the period. And looks like Wichman built up his base and is looking for an escape, and he got it. That makes the score 8-3 with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the second period. Looks like another takedown by Wichman. And a very, very awkward looking hold to keep Wicks down on the bottom. But 3 back points will be awarded, making the score 13-3. Now Wichman looking for another near side cradle. With 25 seconds left in the second period, it'll score stays at 13-3. Wichman looking for a turn, and looks like he got it. And he stacked Alex Wicks for the pin, which will be another 16 points awarded to Watertown, making the team score 12-6. Next up for the 138 weight class, for the Watertown Goslings, Owen Zingler, a sophomore, and for the Vikings, Trenton Dow, also a sophomore. Quick snap down by Trenton Dow. Both looking for control. And another snap down, and he got around that time. 2 points awarded to the Vikings. Looks like the ref's talking to, another stack by Trenton Dow. The ref was talking to Trenton while he was in the process of stacking Owen Zingler, and he was telling him that make sure it stays legal, because if that shoulder gets too far back, that's a very, very rough injury. So next up will be Casey Logan from Watertown. He is a junior. He will be wrestling Gavin Model, a senior from Stoughton. And with that pin, it will knot things back up again at 12, awarding the Vikings 16 points. And they're off. And Gavin Model is currently ranked first at his weight class in the state. Quick shot by Casey Logan. Gavin fighting for that leg. Sprawling out of the shot. Grabbing for those ankles, trying to get him off balance. And grab it around that waist for a quick roll to get his legs out. And he's around for 2. And a very fast tilt by Gavin Model. Racking up some back points. Got the 5 count, so if he does not get the pin here, 3 points will be awarded. And there they are. So with those 3 points, that'll make this with 50 seconds left in the first period, that'll make the score 5-0. Looking for another roll. This one looking to be a little bit more tighter than the last. And there's another pin. So for the 145 weight class, Gavin Model pinned Casey Logan, which will award us another 16 points, making the team score 18-12. Next up, for the Watertown Goslings, Colton Bloom. He is a junior. And for the Vikings, Braden Whitehead. And Braden Whitehead is a senior. Both wrestlers off to a fast start, pounding each other with those hands. Braden in with a shot, brings the leg up, and drop. Very hard drop. 1 point awarded to Bloom for unnecessary roughness. There was a very, very hard drop. Now they're going to run some recovery time with those lifts. You can lift them to a certain point, but you got to make sure you bring them back down to the mat. Not like that. That was a very, very hard slam. So looks like Colton Bloom is doing okay. He's moving, he's talking. So he looks to be doing okay. So after that 1 point is awarded for the disorderly conduct, they'll start back up in the center. Both pounding away at those heavy hands again. Braden looking for a shot and getting it, running it, and 2 takedown for Braden Whitehead. Working at the edge of the ring. Braden trying to bring him in. And they're out. So restart back at the center. With 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the first period. Score is 2-1. Vikings on top. Whitehead looking to break him down. Colton Bloom with a very hard base and a quick roll. Almost got out, but was too close to the outer ring. Had he had a little bit more room, that might have been an escape. But since it was out of bounds, they'll restart back at center with 1 minute and 1 second left in the first period. Whitehead looking to break him down, but Colton Bloom holding a very, very strong base. Whitehead's trying to pry those hands away and maybe get a half or something so he could run him over. Looks like he has control that one arm under, Whitehead has control over the one arm under Bloom's body. Looking to get the other one, and Bloom gets his arm out. A nice and easy half put in by Whitehead as the time expires. So the score is going to be 2-1. 2-1 Vikings, and the Vikings are opting to go on the bottom. So Whitehead will start on the bottom. Colton Bloom will start on top. Ref's taking a little technical timeout. I think they're just discussing something coin toss wise. Oh, they gave the wrong person the choice. So no change there, except it was the players or the wrestlers did not change. It was just change of whose choice it was. Colton Bloom looking for a cradle. Whitehead looking to slip his head out if he can. Very wide base by Whitehead. He got his head out and he got behind him for the reversal. So another 2 points awarded to Whitehead, and time is stopped. Looking like his knee was getting bent in a weird Whitehead's knee was getting bent in a weird angle. And he's going to opt to start up and give 1 point to Colton Bloom. They're both firing away with those heavy hands again. And a shot by Bloom, and he's put right on his back by Whitehead. That was a great counter by Whitehead. Bloom went for the shot, and Whitehead wrapped him up and put him right on his back. Looking to cinch it down. And a pin. So, winner by fall is Braden Whitehead. That will be 6 more team points awarded to the Vikings, making the score 24-12. Next up is going to be Brian Cornquist from the Goslings. This is for the 160 weight class. He is a junior. And for the Vikings, Luke Meckler, also a junior. And Luke Meckler, if my memory serves correct, Luke Meckler is also ranked number 1 at his weight in the state. Quick snap by Meckler. They're both fighting for their hands, and a shot. Go behind, and a quick drop. That's a takedown for Luke Meckler, looking like he's going to let him back up. Or maybe not. Oh. He's letting them up back at the middle so they can restart. 1 point awarded to the Goslings. And another very, very quick takedown by Meckler. Looking for a half and a tight waist. Rolling him on his back, getting as many back points as he can. Counts at 4, so only 2 back points awarded. Score is 6-1, the Vikings. Meckler looking to let Cornquist up again so they can start neutral. Working him back to the middle, waiting for him to get back up. And since Meckler let go, he didn't actually stand up, but it was an escape. And he got back around him, and it was another 2 takedown. And now Meckler has put in another half and rolled Cornquist over and is working on getting more back points. The count's already at 5. So 3 back points will be awarded if the pin is not got, and it was just got. So a minute and 29 seconds into the match, and Luke Meckler wins by fall, which will be 6 more team points awarded making the team score 30-12. Next up is Pedro Martinez, a junior from the Goslings, and he will be wrestling Luke Spildy, a senior from the Vikings. This is the 170-pound weight class. And wrestlers are off. Quick shot by Luke Spildy and a quick takedown. I think that was 4 seconds into the round, and Luke Spildy had already gotten a takedown. And one escape. Another quick shot by Spildy and another takedown by Spildy, turning him onto his back. And a very, very fast pin in 30 seconds by Luke Spildy, which will be, six more team points, making the score 36-12. The Vikings are very, very quickly running away with this one. Next up is a bye for the Vikings. There is no 182-pounder on the Goslings roster. So Brant Spildy will receive a forfeit, and 6 more team points will be awarded, making the score 42-12. So after that one, next up for the Goslings at the 195-pound weight class is Noah Othmer, and he is a junior. And for the Vikings, Ryan Lamers, who is a sophomore. They both square up in the middle. Starting off with some heavy hand fighting. Lamers pulling at the head. Looking like Othmer is fighting for hand control, maybe trying to work to a 2-on-1. And reaches down for that leg. Quick shot. Step around the other leg. And a takedown by Othmer, making the score 2-0 Watertown. Looks like he's got a tight grip of that arm. Walking it slowly around, but not tight enough as Lamers breaks it out. Or breaks out of it before any back points were awarded. Builds back up to his base, and they're back. Lamers is back in referee's position. Back where they started. And both wrestlers are too close to the hardwood floor, so the match was stopped. 1 minute, 3 seconds left in the first period. Watertown is up 2-0. And a very, very odd lift by Othmer, but he kept Lamers down, and Othmer is looking for a crossface, maybe into a half. And he got a power half locked in. Othmer switches sides, locking it down, walking around Lamers' head. And the count is on. I think it's at 3, so only 2 points will be awarded if he gets out. 4, and he's out, so only 2 were awarded. 2 points are awarded. The count only got to 4, not 5, so there's only 2 points awarded, making the score going into the second period 4-0. And Goslings get the first choice of the second period, and they choose to defer. Ryan Lamers has opted to go top, and they're off again. Lamers with a 2-on-1 underneath. Looking for some sort of turn Othmer had a couple opportunities for a stand-up, and here's another one, and he's up. But Lamer still has that leg. Not quite an escape yet. And Lamers took him down. No escape points awarded, so no other points awarded. Lamer's back on top. No score change. Sounds like the Watertown coaches are trying to tell Othmer to knee slide out. He is standing up, and a very fast reversal. Ryan Lamer's getting called for a locked hands violation, making the score 7-0. Othmer is locking in another power half, and into a normal half, driving Ryan Lamers over. The count is at 5. So if no pin if no pin happens, which it did, 3 points would have been awarded. But with that pin, it'll be 6 more team points awarded to the Goslings, making the team score 42-18. Vikings on top. So for your 220 weight class, for the Goslings, Sate Hernandez, a junior, and for the Vikings, Brooks Empey. And Brooks Empey is also ranked number 1 at his weight class in the nation, or in the state. Brooks Empey already on the mat. Looks like Hernandez is doing some final checks, and they're both center, shaking hands, and they're off. Brooks with a quick snap down. 2 quick shot opportunities. Hernandez with a reshot, and Brooks with a sprawl and go around. 2 points awarded to Brooks. Empey's looking for that. Brooks Empey's looking to get that cradle he is so notorious for having. Switching it up, going for a half and a tight waist. Hernandez trying to knee slide out. Looks like Brooks has a very awkward grip on Hernandez, but he's going to turn him and sit him down. That looks like it's in pretty tight. Hernandez trying to do everything he can to roll out of it. And he does, but the 3 count was awarded, so that'll give Brooks 3 points. Actually not, because he put him on his back. So since he was back down onto his back, he wasn't off his back long enough for the count to go away. So he went back on his back, count resumed, but didn't matter because he got the pin. 6 more team points awarded, making the score 48-18 the Vikings. So now for the heavyweight, which is the 285 weight class, for the Goslings, Josh Beck, a senior, and for the Vikings, Griffin Empey, who is brother to the previous wrestler Brooks Empey, and he is a freshman. Both wrestlers to the center of the mat, shaking hands, and they're off. Both fighting for head control. No one really fighting for the hands. Both looking for a snap down or go behind. And they're both going to run off the side of the mat. They're going to restart back at the center. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first period. Score is still knotted up at 0. lots of head fight. Both wrestlers fighting for control, and that's Griffin Empey with a shot, and an almost takedown. The crowd looking for a 2 call, but none was awarded. They were just barely too far out of bounds. Looks like the slaps on the top of the head were a little too heavy, so an unnecessary roughness call will be awarded. It'll be 1 point awarded to the Vikings, and another shot just barely too far out. He only had 1 toe inside the ring when he had it. If he had 2, that would have been a takedown. Score is 1-0 because of that unnecessary roughness call against Josh Beck. So, with both wrestlers still fighting for control, 30 seconds left in the first. The score is 1-0. And looks like they're giving Josh Beck a warning for stalling. The ref said initiate something. No action was happening from his side, so the stalling warning was called. So if he gets another stalling warning, that will be another point awarded to Empey. So, Red's choice, he deferred, giving the choice to Griffin. And he picked to go bottom, and a very, very odd turn of events. He backwards rolled and got an escape, making the score 2-0. And they wrestled too close to the outer ring, so they gotta stop the time and restart back at the center. Griffin looking to get something started. Another shot and too far out. If Empey could keep those toes in on the toes in the ring on those shots, he would have at least 6 more points. It's very, very good shots on the edge. Go behind attempt by Empey. Not much action from Josh Beck. Both fighting for control. Empey fighting for control of that head. Snap down attempt, and he's walking him to the edge. Walked him backwards out. 59 seconds left in the second period. Score is 2-0 for Griffin Empey. And a shot by Griffin. This one inbounds right to Josh Beck's back, and a very, very fast shot and pin, which will award the Vikings with 6 more team points, making the score 54-18. And with one more weight class left to wrestle for the Goslings, it'll be the smallest weight class, 106. Looping back to the beginning since we started at 113. For the Goslings, it'll be Noe Ugildi. And for the Vikings, it'll be Chance Suddeth. Both are 9th graders, so both freshmen. Both wrestlers back to the start. And they're off. Chance with a very, very fast shot. And taking him down right to his back. But he wasn't on his back long enough for points to be awarded. So score is 2-0. Chance looking for a bar and a roll of some kind. And can't quite get it. So it'll be 1 escape, or it'll award the Goslings with 1 point for an escape. And another powerful takedown by Chance Suddath near the edge of the outer ring. That time he was on his back long enough to get the points. He'll be awarded 3 more back points, making the score 7-1, and that was a very, very hard landing, but no call. Looking like 3 more back points. He had him down for long enough, so score will change to 10-1. Chance looking for even more back points. The ref is counting off. He got to the 5 count, so 3 more points are awarded, making the score 13-1. All right. He's got the ref has a 2 in his hand. 2 points. So any more points by Chance Suddath, and he will have a technical fall win. Now he is 2 points away. So if Chance Suddath gets a takedown, which it looks like he won't, time ran out just barely. Oh, but they are going to give it to him. So it looks like he just barely got it at the end of the very, very last millisecond, which will make it, since Chance won by 15 points, make the score was 17-2. It'll be a technical fall, awarding the Vikings with 5 team points instead of 6, which Penn would have awarded. So your final score from the Stoughton High School is 59-18. A very special thank you to our crew, Brandon Mason as our director, and Jacob Ebert as our camera person. And we'd like to thank you for watching this presentation of high school wrestling here on the Stoughton Sports Network. Dude.
This broadcast of Stoughton High School Wrestling on the Stoughton Sports Network is brought to you by Stoughton Hospital. For more than 100 years, our neighbors in the Stoughton area have trusted Stoughton Hospital to provide personalized, forward-thinking, expert health care. Stoughton Hospital is a proud supporter of WSTO programming, trusted care close to home. And Stoughton Trailers is proud to support Stoughton High School athletics. Come join the family. Apply now on our career page at stoughtontrailers.com.